Sherrie, tell me, the first question I have for you is, what's been your biggest challenge recently, either professionally or personally, that actually nobody knows about?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I had a hip operation late last year, and
That's a big one.
yeah, it was actually. So I didn't have a hip replacement, but I just didn't realise how my body is changing as I'm getting older. And I think it was, the realisation of that, and then I think it was also the recovery. So for me now, it's been literally 6 months and I'm still not into doing all my exercise the way that I normally would. So that means that my morning routine, which is a part of what makes me so happy, kind of isn't there. I've had to almost, format a new routine. I'm not wearing high heels all day, every day, which, look, to women, that's very important.
Yeah.
We love our high heels.
That is, I don't think I could cope with that.
I've saved some money on shoes.
So how have you had to overcome that? Because, mentally that's been a strain for you, physically it's been a strain, and obviously it's affected your income and your lifestyle. So how have you been able to overcome that?
I think it's just really accepting the situation. And, really in life, I haven't had many situations that I have been able to talk myself out of, but it's my body. It's my body that's let me down. So, I remember saying to my surgeon, come on, like these footy players, you get them out in the field really quickly, stitch me back up, get me back out there.
Yeah.
And he sort of said, look, with your particular injury, we usually sit them out for a season or two. And I was like, okay, well, if he's like that for footy players, I actually need to listen. And so I've just made sure that I've got the best of the best in terms of physio. I had the best surgeon, and I've just listened to everything that they've told me to do, but I've just had to try and just grow some patience and just live in that particular moment and just get through it. So, in 3 months' time, I might be in a completely different place. I'm looking forward to the end of September 30, where I'm hoping that I'll be able to go back to yoga, and I think that'll be a big one for me.
So what I get out of that is that acceptance. We're always going to have challenges. Accept it and have the patience to just get through it, and it does end eventually. Ride the wave.
Hopefully.
So our next question is an interesting one, which everybody has a different answer to. But what is success to you, and how do you define success?
Interesting question. It's something that I think is really meaningful to each individual person, and it's a moving entity in terms of your life and your experiences. For me, what success means is making the most out of your life and getting the most out of your life and giving back the most. When I look back now in my 20s, what it meant to me was it meant making a lot of money, and it was all ego. It was all about myself.
Yes.
Whereas now I'm, now at a much different stage in my life, and I actually want to give back. So for me, success and making money is a byproduct in terms of actually helping people, achieve what they want out of life. Obviously, having some recognition is nice, but it's not the most important thing to me anymore.
Love it.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I think happiness, love, life, those things are absolutely vital to me.
So, Sherrie, what's one habit or behaviour that you do every day that contributes to your success, both personally or professionally?
I think in life as a whole, sometimes we've got to do things that we don't want to do. In my job, I'm having difficult conversations all day, every day, and that's what really makes me a great agent. I'm not prepared, I am prepared to really sit there and tell them how it is as opposed to what they want to hear. So I think having those difficult phone calls and having the integrity to be honest with them in that situation is the most important.
If you had the opportunity to spend 1 hour with someone famous or influential, who would it be?
For me, I draw a lot of influence really from the people around me, people like yourself. But I think if we looked at somebody that perhaps is famous, I would say Oprah Winfrey. And I think for me, what she represents is she represents, adversity and overcoming adversity, and really just giving back to society, which is obviously something that's very important to me.
So, what are your core values? I love this question because it really challenges people. And when I'm mentoring people, I always find people go, I don't know. Actually, not a lot of people know what their core values are. So what are your core values, Sherrie?
I think love and happiness,
Beautiful.
those two are very, very important. Making the most of my life, contributing back to society, so giving back, being honest and authentic, and also just having discipline to be mentally fit. So, if I'm at work, I'm in that moment and I need to be mentally fit to do so. Yeah.
So, Sherrie, what's one bit of advice that you could give the audience that's watching this video right now?
Well, I would say just have a look at how you want to be perceived and how you want others to think of you. So for me, I want people to appreciate that I'm a thoughtful person. So one of those habits that I do, every day is I write a lot of personal notes. So for those 5 minutes where I'm actually writing a note to them, I'm thinking about them. And in today's world where it's all electronic, it's really nice to receive something in the mail that's not a bill. In addition to that, if you've done something really
I've got one of
special-
your letters in the mail, actually.
But I think, also if you've done something really nice or you've just had a beautiful moment with somebody, send them a quick video, and it's a quick text in and out, 10 seconds and it's done. But it's just letting them know that they've made an impact in your life. And if somebody's, done something quite remarkable recently, whether it be getting married, being recognised in the papers or something like that, send it to them. Let them know that you've seen those things.
Yeah, beautiful. Good advice. Good advice. Thank you so much, Sherrie. Really
Thank you.
appreciate your time.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you.